Greetings from the Pig Empire. This is, of course, Pig King 188 here, joining you once again. In the last episode, we built this thing here that's down here, and it's our house, kind of. So this is what we did last time, if for some reason you skipped last episode or whatever. So we've got this. This is the exit, and I'm actually going to fix this at some point soon, but for right now, what we need to do is we need to fix the roof. So what I've got for this roof is a really cool idea in my opinion, but it's going to require that I mine out 2 blocks instead of just the standard one. So that's going to be so much fun to do. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to be needing a lot of sand, which I don't think we freaking have. Of course we don't. And we're going to need a lot of gravel because we're going to be making concrete. So where's this should be enough gravel, but I'm gonna have to go mine sand over in the desert. Okay, so now we have a bunch of orange concrete powder, so the next step would be to convert all of this into actual concrete. So in order to do that, you have to place it down, go ahead and turn it into concrete before you place it on the ceiling. Okay, so now that we have the concrete, we're going to be placing it as the first block here in this layer, and this should be about enough. I probably crafted too much, but I went ahead and calculated this out based on the size of the roof, and you could see this should be exactly enough based on the amount of dye I have. If you're wondering how I got the dye, even though I don't have access to orange tulips, which is how you get orange dye, you can also craft orange dye by combining yellow dye and red dye, which you can get from roses and dandelions or roses and sunflowers. So that's cool. You can also use red tulips, but I don't have those either. So that is how I got the orange dye. And I will mention that when you combine those two, you get 2 pieces of orange dye instead of 1. So I now have twice the amount of orange dye that I actually will need to complete this project. Yeah, okay, I couldn't have crafted a single bit less. So there's that. There's the roof looking fantabulously orange right now. But what we will need now is we will need about 2 stacks and 13 pieces of sand, all smelted up into glass. Okay, so I've got the glass and it's smelting, but in the meantime, what I'm going to need to do is get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to need to get 45 pieces of stone brick right now to put right there. Okay, so if anyone hasn't already predicted what I'm going to be doing with this, I'm going to be putting it in a circle, like so, and like so. I'm going to be plopping some dye right in the middle and making all of this orange, and then I'm going to be placing it right here to create the actual ceiling. But unfortunately I can't do that until I put down the stone bricks, but I can't do that until this is done smelting, so I can't really do anything right now except collect this and craft it. Alright, 2 stacks and 16, so we are ready now to start this, minus one thing. I need 3 pieces of brick to go right there, so we'll craft that really quickly and put these back because the chimney is still going to be visible right here. It would kind of make no sense if it randomly just went to stone brick or stone instead of continuing up that way, and it'll actually create a pretty cool mirror effect. So at this point, in my opinion, it don't look very good. I'm not a huge fan of the color orange, but when we place this down and get this whole thing here, it is going to be looking awesome. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, I managed to do that with only wasting 1 piece of glass by accidentally placing it down. But this is what this looks like, and I think it looks pretty cool, honestly. Obviously, this don't look very good, and I'm going to work on that. What is that moving up here? This is probably going to be all orange concrete up until here. But anyway, there's our ceiling slash roof slash whatever. It's got that feel there, and I really like here with the chimney. It's got almost kind of like a mirror effect, as if it's kind of mirroring what you can see down here, like a reflection. I think it looks pretty cool. At this point in time, I think it is about time we start actually working on some decoration down here, as I plan on doing. Let me grab this. Okay, I'm gonna grab some string right over here, and I had to take these slabs away because if the hoppers weren't picking up items through slabs. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or if it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and actually use it and craft some of it into wool, because I mean honestly there's not much else you can do with string besides using it for tripwire hooks. And by tripwire hooks I of course just mean normal tripwire, but you can in fact use 4 pieces of string to create 1 white wool, just so everybody knows that. Okay, so I'm going to be needing 33 pieces of red wool. 33 pieces, and I unfortunately do not have 33 pieces of red wool. Even if I crafted all this, I wouldn't be able to get 33 pieces, I don't think. Oh yeah, I could get to 24, but I think the best way to do this would actually be to collect some more poppies, or roses, or whatever you call them, even though they're called poppies, and actually just dye some of the sheep in the area red and then shear them, because that is the best way to get a certain color wool. Instead of dyeing all of it manually, you dye the sheep and then shear them. Look at me being lazy and crafting shears, even though I know we already have some. Alright, I don't feel like walking all the way back home. So yeah, just right click on them with the dye. They turn red. When you shear them, you get red wool. 1 piece of red wool for some reason. There's 2. And the great thing is, when they grow back their wool, it's still red, so you don't have to re-dye them or anything. They stay like that until you dye them something else. So all the sheep in the area are just going to be red now, which is going to be kind of weird, but I don't really care. And at some point I will have to get a sheep farming operation going, but for now this should be okay just to do this. I just realized I don't think I ever even mentioned what this wool was for, but it's for making carpet, red carpet. Wouldn't it be cool if this is how they did it in real life? Just dye the sheep and then shear them. That'd be awesome. And then it just grew back whatever color you dyed them. That'd be cool, but we need more dye for these sheep. There's lots of sheep here. Huh. What do you know? Orange tulips, but I'm more interested in the red ones, because they also make rose red just like poppies. I had no idea these were over here, but I'm taking them. We can grow more later. And poppies. Alright, lots of red flowers. That should be enough. 10 pieces should be enough. All the sheep in this area will probably end up in a pen underground somewhere at some point in my house, so enjoy your freedom now. I've probably already got enough, yeah. It's exactly enough, actually. I need to do an episode where I do landscaping. That needs to happen. Alright, so how this is going to work is I'm going to have these 2 spots like this, and those are going to be directly red wool. Alright, so I crafted those with white wool because it's cheaper to craft them like that and then dye them. And then I'm going to take 9 of these slime balls and make a slime block. And that slime block is going to go right here, because that's what we're going to fall on when we fall down here. And obviously that's going to be covered with a carpet, and then the rest will just be carpet. Alright, there we go. So there's our carpet thing. Now we've got this carpet left over. We are going to be creating a storage room, if not this episode, probably not this episode, but the next episode, because we need storage badly. But now we can just go ahead and, if we can even get up here, we can go ahead and remove these ladders. I know that seems kind of counterintuitive, but at some point I'm going to be putting a piston door here, and it's going to be kind of hidden. Not right now, though. Alright, so there's finished everything, and now at this point, besides that fire over there, this room is finished. So now we're going to be working on the hallway, but that's not what we're actually going to be doing now. That's just, you know, the next part of this project. So now we have to go up this way, and in order to come down, we just drop down. And as soon as I get enough sticky piston, or not sticky piston. As soon as I get enough slime balls for this, I'm gonna add another slime block right there, so that it's nowhere near as dangerous. But there we go. So these are our new beds, by the way. I'm gonna sleep in these from now on. So yeah, spawn's set here now. So this is officially our home, and we are moved in. I'll take these now. I found a place for our furnaces. That's where I'm going to keep them, right back in there in the fireplace, so that's cool. I've still got this one, and we desperately need a storage room, like right now. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to let this episode take a seemingly random turn, because it is pretty random, but in this area we live, we have access to oak trees, dark oak trees, and birch trees. What we do not have access to is jungle trees, acacia trees, or spruce trees. So I am going to try to rectify that by starting a little farming thing. This is the random place where I took out all the sand. By starting a little farm of such trees. So I already know that I can find some acacia trees over here in the acacia savanna biome, whatever you call it. But what I cannot find is spruce trees or jungle trees. And it would be so awesome if I could find a jungle. Okay, that would be freaking amazing. However, for some reason they're really rare now. I don't know why this is here. So used to, literally anytime you made a world, you'd spawn in some kind of jungle or like next to a jungle or something, and it was really freaking annoying. But then they decided to completely reverse that. Now you always spawn in like a desert or a savanna biome, and it is like physically impossible to find a jungle. Since they did that, I can't like ever remember even finding a jungle. It's ridiculous, because jungles have some really useful stuff there, like cocoa beans, and that's the only place to find jungle wood. It's just not good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and chop down this tree. Chop, 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 and I'm going to bring back some saplings with me so I can plant my own and start them growing near our house so we don't have to walk all the way out here every time we want an acacia tree. And the main reason I want to do this seemingly randomly is because probably in the next episode we are going to start work on the actual hallway, which is going to go and separate off into separate little themes and stuff for each room. And I don't want the creativity and the creative potential of these rooms to be impacted on me not having access to certain types of wood or other various blocks. And I'm less likely to build with acacia if I have to walk all the way out here to get acacia, so I'm going to start a little farm of them near my house so that won't be a problem. So I'll have all wood types besides like jungle probably near me. See, if I wasn't so insistent on planting all these back right now, I'd be in better shape, but I'd like to plant back the trees, okay? So it's going to take a lot longer to get saplings. I really don't like the strange orange color of acacia wood, but I do, in fact, enjoy the gray logs. The gray logs are cool in very specific situations that this type of orange wood is useful. And I see spruce, although it's only one tree, which is not very useful, but I see it, so that's good. Yeah, these are probably going to look really weird in the middle of the plains biome, seeing as how they're not the best looking trees out of their respective biomes. They look great here. They fit right in the savanna biome, but they don't really work anywhere else, to be honest. Yeah, the new snapshot has quite a few bugs, as you can tell, definitely. But I can live with it because I needed that one trapdoor, literally that one trapdoor. I couldn't just wait until it was released, because who knows when this full version will be released. But luckily there is more spruce here than just this one tree, so hopefully we can get a sapling. I always found spruce trees annoying for their tendency to do that, but I don't want to break that, because like 10 out of 10 times if you break a piece of leaf with your hand, you're not going to get a sapling. You have to wait for it to decompose yourself for some reason. Luckily with spruce trees, since there are so few leaves on them, the sapling generation, or the sapling drop rate is a lot higher, so it's not hard to get saplings for these. These will be easy. Oh yeah, sure, let me just go ahead and craft another bed that I will never use because I didn't have the foresight to think about the fact that this adventure may last more than a grand total of 10 minutes. I, I don't understand why this is happening. I do not understand why those husks do not burn in daylight. Because they live in a desert, they only spawn at night, so I don't understand why they don't burn in the daylight like normal zombies. They're gonna give you hunger anyway. Like, I don't understand, if they already give you hunger, they're already, like, bad enough, but then you add on the fact that they don't burn in the daylight. But that's just because they're in, like, a desert biome. Like, it's not just like they spawn everywhere. It's like a desert biome is now inherently more dangerous at night for some reason, which don't really make much sense to me. Okay, there, so we now have enough to do, like, 2 mega trees, so I told you this one would be a lot easier. It didn't take long at all, but I want to get these, like I said, just so that those won't be off limits to me. Like, I mean, I want to definitely incorporate spruce into my room, my storage room that I'm planning on building probably next episode. And also, I would like to maybe even use it as the main floor, like transition from oak to spruce into the hallway, the big connecting hallway I'm planning on building, which I think could look cool if I can pull off the transition well. So, I mean, something like that for such a big part of my house as this hallway, which is going to be like most of my house, connecting all the rooms. It's going to require a lot of spruce wood, and that would just be completely off limits to me because of where I live if I don't import some over to the area. But I'm going to head over this way some because I want to see, I mean, hopefully I'll find a jungle, but honestly, I consider that way too good to be true. I don't see that happening to me probably ever because they're way too rare, but I'm just going to continue until I find something of interest. Hopefully it is a jungle biome. I'm not sure how far this desert goes out, actually. I've never gone past, like, right over there. This is farther than I've ever gone. Ooh! Okay. Sand village over here. We have a desert village. Not that that really matters or is of any use to us whatsoever, because, I mean, we already have a village, and a sand village don't really provide anything special that a normal village does not. Or a plains village, I guess, since there's 3 different types of villages now. Or is there 4? Is there 4 now? Well, we have a library, which would have been useful had I have found this when I was looking for cows, but I'm definitely going to take all this because I'm going to build an enchantment room at some point, which I think would look pretty cool. I find it crazy that I have to construct a staircase like this to get into this house, which don't even have anything of use in it. It's just there. This one random house and farm out all by itself. All the way over here. Village generation confuses me. Anyway, seeing as how none of this matters, I'll continue on. There's nothing really to do there. I didn't see a cleric or anything, so I am just going to continue on my way into what looks like another savanna biome. That's wonderful how there's so many of those. This is another village. This is a second village. The other one is right over here, and I cannot take this world generation. Lack thereof. This is a second village. Still with no blacksmith. Alright, trees planted properly, so hopefully when those spawn, they don't cut off each other's leaves, because we need as many leaves as possible to get as many trees as possible. And I could bone meal them up right now, but I don't need them right now, so if that need arises, I'll just bone meal them up then. Yeah, that's a pretty cool effect, even if I don't ever get actual fire working here. That's a pretty cool effect. Alright, so here are 3 pistons that I just crafted as I headed up here. And, see, when I add that extra block here, this will be easier to time, so you jump up and hit your head, that won't be a problem, but I don't have enough slime blocks for that right now, so you kind of have to bounce for a second. But I'm going to turn all of these into sticky pistons, as I should. And then I'm going to collect all this glass I smelted. Not sure how much this will be. It may not be enough, but I have a feeling it will. Okay, so as most of you have probably predicted, I'm going to be working on this piston door here, so obviously you can't really do redstone underwater. That probably wouldn't work out too well. However, that may be a problem. Alright, so I put a trap door there because I don't think I have any signs, but now we should be able to head down here and chop these up without having to worry about all the water going down and getting in my house. Alright, so this is going to be kind of tricky to do, but what I've got to do is I've got to place a sticky piston right there, and then place these like this. There we go, okay. And then this goes here. Okay, and we'll place a trap chest right there, so that is going to be the mechanism we use to open this. So we stand here, open that, and then the block pulls out from underneath us and we fall down. That's good. So I'm going to have to place that right there, even though I don't really want to, because we're going to have to get a redstone signal from this down over to the machine, which will be mostly over here. That's the main problem I've had with this, trying to get it to work. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, and then not drown. And that is the area that I'm going to have to wall off. The only problem is getting a redstone signal from this block here to over there. Alright, I think this should be sufficiently drained now, so I've got to actually drain all this. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to put 2 redstone right there, or no, wait, yeah, 2 redstone torch there, so those are extended. Then I need to put a repeater there, which is on 3 ticks. Wow, this is hard to do in this confined space. Okay, so here I need to place that. I need to place a repeater right here, which goes into a torch. Redstone torch. And I need one more redstone torch, actually, which goes right here. And then I need redstone to go to right there, which will not activate this piston. So if I... Okay, slight detour still on the road here. So, right there, this should not. What? Okay, alright, that's fine. Put a repeater there, it's fine. But now I need to craft another repeater. I'm not sure if it's been changed or if I just don't know how redstone works, but I'm very confused as to why it was behaving that way. But I can fix it with this. Boom! Everything should work now once I put these 2 sticky pistons back. Everything should work once I actually convert the signal back to the way it should be. So if I cover this up, like so, and stand here and open this chest. Shoutouts to the guy who noticed my mistake immediately and has been annoyed this entire time. So now I should be able to break that, yes. Put a dot of redstone there, yes. Fill this back up, yes. What's happening? Alright, so here it is, final product until we work on it some more, but for now, final product. Right here it is. Moved the dog down here because I wanted it down here. I got rid of that chest, crafting table on the floor. I have this thing here, which goes out to this cave. I just put that there. I'll probably put an oak trapdoor here at some point, but I don't have any more oak wood. And here it is. I'm pretty happy with it. I really like having the furnaces back there behind the fireplace. I think that's pretty cool. So I am really happy with how this has turned out. I think it looks awesome altogether as a finished piece. So this is what we're going to work on tomorrow. This hallway down into the other rooms, and probably a storage room as well, which will be really cool to do. But with that being said, I'm going to have to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure to like the video if you like it. Share the video with your family and friends if they're into this kind of thing, or if they're not. And of course, subscribe to join the Pig Empire today if you have not already. and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.